everyone. My name is Pedro Lopez. I am the manager of the IT department in the City Council of Gijón. I'm going to talk about the open data approach that we are developing in our city. I only give you some basic data. Gijón is a coastal city located in the north of Spain. It has its origin between the 6th and 5th centuries before Christ. Now it has a population of 275,000 inhabitants. The surface area is 181 square kilometers, and in the recent years, our budget was around 300 million euros, so about $330 million. This is my city where I live and what I'm talking about. It all started in 2009. We were looking for a better way of being more transparent, a better way to promote the business of local technology companies. But how? Because today everybody knows more or less about open data. But 6 years ago, when you talk about open data, people look at you wondering things like, where does the guy come from? Or things like that. So, but that time, Obama wrote his memorandum in favor of open data and began the first open data initiatives, which should be taken into account. Initiative as the 8 principles. Data must be complete, primary, timely, accessible, machine processable, non-discriminatory, license-free. Tim Berners-Lee suggested other initiative, a 5-star deployment scheme for open data. He classifies the data sets with a different level of stars. The first stars, you just only have to publish in PDF format. The second star, it's with machine readable. We do not consider the data in categories 1 and 2 stars as open data because they cannot be reused. For us, it's one of the main objectives. Or if they can only be used with proprietary software. With 3 stars, publishing with non-proprietary format. With 4 stars, start with datasets with semantic, and 5 stars linked with external semantic datasets. These initiatives serve as reference for those who were working on it. So we start publishing datasets, but where are our data? Where are the data in a local administration? In our case, they come from 3 different sources. The first one, the content management systems, which we use to publish the city website. From the content management systems, publish datasets as the calendar of events of what to do in the city, calls for employment, open tenders. This was the first datasets we published in that year. Second source that generate datasets came from a specific software, such as the software used to manage public transportation or quality measurements. In this case, you have to grab the data directly from the buses or from the stations measuring air quality, which are spread in the city. These data are usually published in real time. And the last data source where most of the data come is our ERP, our back office software. Back office software which have information about many things, about census, about accountability, records, land register, budget, human resources, results of elections. In all cases, for us, the most important requirement when publishing when publishing data is sustainability. We prefer to spend time thinking about which data we should publish and how, rather than waste time manually updating datasets. We do not upload Excel files. Sometimes it's impossible, but if we don't have other options. But we are aware that if you publish a file, you will have to constantly update. Instead of that, go to the source of the data and publish from there. They will always be updated automatically. It doesn't require manual processes to keep it updated. In 2011, in our open data portal, publishes 155 datasets about different topics. In most of the cases, the same dataset is published in many formats, like XML, Gijon, until 15 different formats. Even though we were one of the Spanish cities which more datasets published and federate, the average citizens wasn't aware of them, and of course, didn't use them. So we decided to keep working. To keep working in 3 lines. First, to consult our citizens to find which datasets they were more interested in. Second, organizing hackathons. And third, develop different apps using our datasets. Many apps for web and mobiles were developed, some of them by us, by the City Council, others by companies, others by students, universities. Apps like, well, this one we can see now, but it's an application that show in a Google Maps where the buses are in real time, and the time, and you can see in real time where the buses are and the time left to reach its stop. Thanks to apps like this one, our urban transport web services gets 450,000 requests per day. It's the datasets with more requests. Okay, and at that time, at 2013, we had 420 datasets published. We had some applications. Some of them are very used, but others almost unused. But still, most people couldn't understand the datasets, the formats. So we decided to design a transparency portal where data are easier to visualize, where you can customize, including data from external sources, where people can participate, including their own data, or by posting on their blogs or social network maps, graphs, information extracted or embedded from our website. A portal of participations and transparency. A portal which fulfills makes simple understanding and assimilation of all data related to the city. Open a new channel of communication with administration, most direct and effective. The idea is that citizens can give their opinion in a constant and permanent way. Launch a discussion forum between citizens and public authorities. Simple, intuitive and interactive. The citizens can be used to make, analyze, study or create economic activity or whatever they want to do with our data. Remember, our goal is to publish data. We don't care what someone does with them. A tool for achieving an open government, closer, more transparent, and with greater communication with its citizenship. Where do we go now? We have published 545 datasets. They can be reused. They have a user-friendly interface, enables participation, some applications. Do you have already done? Clearly not. We have to keep working. Working with the idea of open government. Open government as a new relationship between the government and the citizen, based on, I use the logo, rethink with the local government. What are the local governments are doing? Because the role of the public administrations must be transparency. Only we have to be careful with the privacy data. Rediscover, take down the silos, these departments that don't talk with the other department. The closed drawers, public employees who believe that the information is theirs. Others are only frightened of publishing, of sharing the information. rediscover, because the potential of open data remains to be seen, and reconnect with people through participation and collaboration. And we are convinced that one of the main priorities, one of the main channels, is the portal of transparency. And we believe the Socrates approach is the right way for transparency and collaboration. Okay, that's all. If you have any questions or if you need any more information, you can contact me. Here it's my email address. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Sorry for my English, and thank you very much.